So, what if I told you that enlightenment wasn't some lifelong, grueling quest? What if it was something you could actually achieve overnight? I know it sounds pretty out there, especially in our nonstop world. But a fascinating philosophy claims there's a kind of spiritual shortcut. Let's dig into this radical idea.
First, let's just get a little perspective on how much our world has sped up. I mean, think about it. 2,000 years ago, a 10,000-mile trip would have taken you over 3 months. 200 years ago, just getting a message 100 miles away took a couple of days. And today, it's instant. Everything, absolutely everything, has accelerated.
So, if travel and communication have gotten so incredibly fast, this philosophy asks a really provocative question. Why hasn't our spiritual progress? It makes this wild claim that the path to enlightenment, something that used to take decades of dedication, can now happen, literally, overnight. All right, so here's our game plan for unpacking all this. First, we're going to look at the problem this whole idea is trying to solve, what it calls the trap of modern life. Then, we'll dive straight into the solution, this concept of clarifying mind, seeing nature, and figure out what mind and nature even mean. And finally, we'll get to the ultimate goal, the incredible freedom of no self.
So, you might be wondering, why do we even need a shortcut in the first place? Well, according to this philosophy, it's because we're in deep trouble. It starts with a pretty bleak diagnosis of what it's like to be alive right now. The source has a specific term for all this suffering, monan. And we're not just talking about having a bad day here. This is something else. It's described as a state of constant trials and tribulations, what the text actually calls demonic difficulties that are just baked into the fabric of everyday life. And the way this philosophy describes it, it's intense. It paints this picture where life isn't just hard, it's an invisible battlefield. We are constantly surrounded by traps we can't even see. It's like being under siege 24/7 by an army of 1,000 troops. And if you're under siege like that, well, looking for someone on the outside to help you is pointless. You can't ask for a key to escape prison when the prison is everywhere. So this philosophy argues there's only one way out. You have to change yourself from the inside. So what is the Great Escape Plan? How do you do it? It all comes down to a 4-character concept, the absolute key to breaking free from this trap. Ming, Sing, Jian, Sing. Let's break that down because it's super important. It's a 2-step process. Mingxing basically means to clarify the mind, and Jianxing means to see one's true nature. The order here is absolutely crucial. You have to clarify your mind before you can see your true nature. Okay, so let's tackle that first step. What in the world is this mind that we're supposed to be clarifying? It's probably not what you're thinking. According to this philosophy, the mind isn't your physical brain or your heart. Not at all. It's the constant stream of thoughts that just pop up in response to everything you see, hear, taste, and feel. Think about it. If you were in a totally dark, silent, empty space with no sensory input, this mind wouldn't even exist. It's not a thing. It's more like a program that only runs when it gets data. Now, to make this a little less abstract, the source gives us a really great analogy. Just picture yourself walking into a pitch-black room. You're in this dark room, right? You can't see a thing. Then you reach out, you find the switch, and you flip it. Click. That split second the light floods the room, that is clarifying the mind. And the immediate moment after, when you can see everything in the room perfectly for what it is, that is seeing your nature. Okay, here's another one for you, but this time using a different sense. Imagine someone puts 3 glasses of clear liquid in front of you. They all look exactly like water. You have no idea what's in them just by looking. So you take a sip. The instant that liquid hits your tongue, that moment of direct experience is clarifying the mind. And when you immediately know, oh, that's salty, that's sweet, or that's bitter, that's seeing your nature. It's all about that direct, unfiltered understanding. So once you've clarified your mind, you can finally move on to that second, massive step, seeing your nature. But what is this nature we're supposed to be seeing? Well, this philosophy uses some really big, almost cosmic terms to describe it. This nature is nothing less than the essence of the entire universe. It's called the gateway to all subtleties. It is the Buddha. It is the consciousness of God. It's the fundamental, unchanging truth behind literally everything that exists. No big deal, right?
And the change that happens when you achieve this, it is massive. I mean, look at this. Before you clarify your mind, you're just considered an ordinary person. But after, you become a saint. Before you see your nature, you're basically blind. But afterwards, you become an immortal, a Buddha. We're talking about a total transformation of your entire being. So what is the grand prize for all of this? What's it actually like to be a Buddha? It all boils down to one powerful concept: the incredible freedom of having no self. And this new state of being, it's presented as the ultimate one-size-fits-all solution to, well, everything. Is your path in life blocked? Become a Buddha. You don't have any food? Become a Buddha. Did your big plans just fall apart? You guessed it. Become a Buddha. The whole point is that you transcend these everyday problems so completely that they just don't affect you anymore. This is a realm of absolute freedom. If there's no I, there's nothing to get hurt or offended. If there are no desires, there's no disappointment. Without a self to protect, there's no anxiety, no fear. Even time itself just dissolves. Past, present, and future, they all just merge into one. And here's the core belief that makes all that freedom possible. You are not your body. Your body can get sick, it can be imprisoned, it can be destroyed. But your true self, your consciousness, this philosophy claims that it can't be trapped or destroyed, ever. So you see, true liberation isn't about breaking out of the prison. It's about realizing you were never the person in the cell to begin with. And that, right there, is the ultimate freedom. And that leaves us with a really challenging question to chew on. What if true freedom isn't about fighting to change our circumstances, but about changing our own minds so profoundly that our circumstances no longer have any power over us? What if real freedom is just to transcend it all,